Hey everyone, I'm Almar of almarsguides.com, and this video is part 2 of my Kenshi walkthrough. So this comes obviously right after part 1 of my Kenshi walkthrough, and what I ended part 1 on was basically getting 10 characters and outfitting them in the most basic of gear as you possibly can. Basically just enough to fill all of their slots or most of their slots. So a lot of my characters are wearing gear from Dust Bandits, because I didn't want to get them anything that was extra, like hard to get. Like a few of my characters, like Rain the Giant, he's in pretty good gear because I bought a lot of his gear from the vendor. He also has a decent weapon for right now, the Falling Sun. It's a good one to get. I have a few of those characters, like Rain and Kang, basically, are the only ones in gear that I am satisfied with for this level. Although Kang is missing a shirt, which I'm unsatisfied with. Other than that, Almar's Guides, he has gear that's good for this level too. Other than that, I didn't get that good of gear because I wanted this to be as newbie as possible. So what I ended part 1 with was basically explaining what sort of gear you want to keep an eye out for. So stuff like leather shirts, samurai cloth pants, drifter's leather pants, all of those are light armor and are good pieces to get. Also armored rag skirt, which the Dust Bandits wear, as well as there's another armored rag piece that goes with the skirt that is it's not as good because it has it's vulnerable in the stomach area, which is a bit of an issue. So I guess I can explain that too. In Kenshi, when you're looking for good armor, what you're looking for is this top portion here. See where it says light armor class, and then below that it says blunt resistance, cut resistance, harpoon resistance. You're looking for something that has high resistances on it. The higher quality you get, the better the resistances will be. Also, some pieces of gear come with better resistances than other pieces of gear. Aside from the resistances, what you're also looking for is coverage. So you'll see right below where it says sell value, it says coverage. For this heart protector, all it protects is 50% of the chest, which is crap. Let me show you a better one in a second. So when we're switching to Kang, his chest right here, 100% coverage of left arm, right arm, stomach, and chest. This is basically the best you can get for a chest armor piece, because it covers your two main vitals, your chest and your stomach, and it gives your arms full coverage as well. So it's great. This right here is the best heavy armor legs you can get. The main thing that's good about this is it covers 100% of both your right and left legs. It also covers 50% of your stomach. It's worth mentioning though, those will not stack. The 100% stomach coverage on your chest armor is all that'll matter. The 50% coverage on those samurai leg plates doesn't matter one bit because you already have 100% coverage from your chest. So keep that in mind when it comes to double layering coverage in this game. So, like I said, those are the two main things that you're going to want to look for. You want to make sure you have 100% coverage of your vitals. Well, ideally you want 100% coverage of your vitals, your head, your chest, and your stomach. And your limbs are less important. At this part of the game, I would say they are pretty important because you don't want to lose a limb, because buying a, prosthetic would be more expensive. Well, who is this? Hungry Bandit? Yeah, that's fine. We can turn off passive too, let everybody go in and attack. One thing that's worth mentioning about this game is unless you change it with mods, only one character will be able to fight another character at a time. I don't have mods, but I went into the game editor and I changed it. It can allow for up to 1v3 instead of 1v1. So I have, you can have 3 monsters fight the same character at a time, or you can have 3 characters fight the same monster at a time because of what I changed. If you're playing just the standard game, no changes whatsoever, 1v1 is all you can do. So what this will amount to, you can send one character into a group of like 20 enemies, and all of the other enemies will stand there with their weapons drawn and basically dance around until they wait until it's their turn to fight your character. And if you have a big weapon, like a big two-handed blunt weapon, and your character, hold on, let me pause because there's about to be a fight coming up. If you have a big two-handed blunt weapon and your character swings that around in a pack of the bandits or a pack of any enemies, they will hit multiple enemies even if they're not currently fighting your character. So that's something to keep in mind, how combat works in Kenshi like that. So there's a lot you can do in terms of combat. If you wanted to play this a lot more like strategically, you can occasionally turn on block for your characters. Right now, what I have, the only thing that I do that's at all strategic is I have two characters, both Rain the Giant and Kang, taunting. They will take the majority of the damage, but otherwise I usually just let the battle play out however the battle's going to play out, because I don't really play these games to micromanage strategically how to do combat. So these are hungry bandits, and my characters do have some toughness. My weakest characters have about like 10 to 12 toughness right now. As you can see, Yarrick and Bard are my two weakest. They both have under 15 toughness. Toughness is the main stat that you're going to need to keep yourself alive in this game. The more toughness you have, the less damage you take. The only way to raise toughness is to get hit. And that is essentially our main goal through combat at the start of the game, is we want to get hit, and in particular, we want to get downed. If you get downed, it gives you a bigger boost to your toughness than if you just get hit. So basically, we want our characters to be beat within an inch of their life, but not to die. That is what we're aiming for. That would be the ideal scenario. However, due to the fact that that is risky, what I would recommend you do is to basically just take calculated risks. At the start of the game, only ever fight goats and hungry bandits. Patrol around and search for those. Avoid dust bandits. Also avoid really anything else. Bone dogs are too hard. Depending on what start you pick for the game, I'm assuming you picked Wanderer because it says that's how the game is meant to be played. However, you might pick another start, and you might start in a different town. There's a lot of newbie areas in this game, and usually, no matter what you start with, you're going to start in a newbie area. The border zones is the most common newbie area because it is where the game essentially starts you with the Wanderer difficulty. You start in the hub, which is right up here, and the closest town is Squin down here. And then after Squin, you can go to this way station, which also has a few vendors. And Admag is the closest secondary town. Admag is owned by the Shek. And it has it's pretty small, but it does have a few shops that you can also hit up. And it's not too hard navigating across the Sten Desert, although I'd recommend you watch out for packs of Berserkers, packs of Bone Dogs. And also the skin spiders aren't very friendly here either. However, it is still kind of, in my honest opinion, a bit of a newbie zone. So what I'm going to do here is Griffin. Let's say, okay, he's got plenty of room. So I'm going to buy the iron plates and the leather with Griffin. And he's already super low money. What I want the iron plates and the leather for is crafting, because I'm doing crafting back in Squin. However, that's not my main goal. What I'm going to do now is we're going to hire a mercenary captain right here. These are in a few different areas throughout the world. And originally, at the start of the game, what you should hire these guys for is protection to protect you. It only costs 4,000 cats for 2 days. And it's super easy to make back the money you spend on these guys. So I'm going to hire these guys. And we're essentially going to go mess up some enemies. You can see these mercenary captains have like stats in the 30s to 40s, which is very good. So here's a pack of bone dogs on the map. That little paw lets you know that it's a pack of animals. So here they are. They're all sleeping in their little den. And if you hold down Alt when you're near these dens, you can usually find some other goodies laying throughout the dens, like staff, ninja blade, animal skin, yada yada. So we're going to head in here and we're going to fight these bone dogs. This bone dog's heading towards us, which is good. Once it engages with us. That's funny. It engaged with the mercenaries instead of us, which is great because I want them to take the majority of the damage for right now. So I'm just going to fast forward this fight. People are going to get hurt. Some of my characters might get knocked down, which is fine. There goes Holberg, got knocked down. So long as you have med kits on your characters, it will, and you also set the medic to, here's I guess the tip of how to set medic. When you have somebody that's injured and you mouse over them, it's going to appear with this little plus sign when you mouse over them. Hold down shift and press your issue command button, which originally starts as right click. However, mine is, I've rebound it to Q because I found it was annoying on right click. So hold down shift and press right click while mousing over these characters, and it will add the job in the bottom right to their list of jobs. So let me show you here. Who am I targeting? Bard. I will click off medic and it says no jobs assigned. So if I hold down shift and press the issue command button, you'll see that medic just popped up there. That assigned the medic job to Bard. Now I'm going to loot all of these corpses. Also, something to keep in mind is when you loot corpses in this game, if it's not a human, you'll instantly kill it. If you loot a robot, you'll loot the robotics out of the robot, and you'll instantly kill the robot. If you loot the meat, pelt, or teeth out of one of these bone dogs, you'll instantly kill it because you're obviously like tearing the body apart in order to loot these things. However, if you loot a humanoid enemy, all you do is like take the items off of the humanoid enemy. You don't actually hurt the humanoid when you loot that crap off of them. So keep that in mind. If you're ever fighting if you're ever fighting an animal and you only knock it unconscious, loot it real quick and you'll instantly end the fight. It'll instantly die. Okay, so we cleared out this bone dog nest. Few of our characters are hurt, which is fine. Holberg is limping, which means he's going to walk at a slower movement speed, which is a bit unfortunate, but he seems like he's moving at 11 miles per hour, which is probably about as much as our encumbered characters, so that's fine. So let's look at the map. Nothing else around us. So let's keep moving towards AdMag. Basically, what we want to use these mercenaries for is, first off, we want to make back the amount of money that we spent on them. After that, what we want is to use them for leveling up purposes. They are there to protect us, basically to give us a buffer in case we catastrophically mess up and wipe. They will make it sure that our wipe isn't the end of us. Or the end of a couple characters. So this is a ruin on the map. You can see right here. And areas like this come with items sometimes scattered throughout, like you can see here. This isn't the brunt of the ruin either. There's still a few more buildings we can explore. Whoa, what just ran at us? Berserkers, I think? Yeah, that's the worst thing that can attack us right now. Berserkers are high level enemies in this area, and this is exactly why we brought the mercenary captains, or the mercenaries with us, to take out the Berserkers. I'm opting to fight the Berserkers right now because it's only 2 of them, at least for now. I don't know where the rest of their squad is. But on top of that, when they hit our characters, they're going to raise our toughness a lot if they don't cut off one of our limbs, which would be the worst case scenario. And also when we loot them, there's going to be a decent bit on their corpse. We can loot their weapons. You can see there what I was talking about earlier with the big weapons hitting multiple targets, even if the targets aren't engaged in combat with you. because the Berserkers have those really, really big weapons, and they were just swinging them and basically hitting everybody with them. Okay, so we have 2 characters that got knocked unconscious. So what we need to do is pick them up. One good thing about carrying these characters around too is it will raise the strength of the characters we're doing the carrying with. So here's some more goodies that we can pick up. I'm kind of doing this inefficiently by just turboing the speed and letting Kang run around. But that's fine. Yeah, I didn't think I would be able to hold that. So let's investigate a little bit more. Usually in these ruins, there's not much for us to pick up. That's why it is called a ruin after all. And there's another Berserker right there. I think it's one of the ones we attacked. Yeah, it is. He doesn't have his weapon because we took it off of him. Which is great. We can knock him out again. And there's the other Berserker again. He got up. They must be the quote-unquote guards of this area. So this is probably the best item that we've gotten from there, the rusty chainmail. Technically, I can give that to, I think Kang, yeah. Which is actually a pretty good item for Kang because it's medium armor and it covers the chest. And it covers all of the chest too, and it's high quality. The only thing is it's rusty chainmail, so it doesn't give you as good of resistances as regular chainmail. And that basically covers everything that is here. There are a few more things here, but nothing really else. Nothing worth picking up. Oh, there's another house over here. Oh, a blue rusty chainmail. So that is the best item that's here. Alrighty, now we can go continue towards Admag. And that basically covered our expenses, right? Let's see. Yep, if I sold the rusty chainmail, that would be 2,000 gold about. What about these weapons? Oh, wow. Maybe I should actually go back there and pick up those weapons. They're worth a lot more than I thought. It might seem like I'm wasting a lot of time running back and forth, but not quite. I'm leveling up athletics. Also, some of my characters are encumbered with enough stuff that I'm also leveling up their this raw stone is garbage. The other stuff though is worth picking up. I'm also leveling up some I'm leveling athletics, strength, and a couple other things. So let's actually do this real fast. Lug every... Ooh, that's like worthless. So Arwick is now... What's he got? And if you ever want to check to see how much athletics XP you're getting versus how much strength XP you're getting, in the bottom left you can see here, athletics XP, strength XP. See how much these planks are worth. 310, so not very much. The fragment axes are worth a lot more. So there's a couple fragment axes. So 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. That almost pays for the mercenaries right there. Which is good because I'm getting pretty low on money, as you can see. I have 510 cats left. So now we can start heading towards Admag. And this concludes day 1 of the mercenaries being with us. And I see a trader right down there in the bottom right. See that caravan drone that's walking away towards the right side of the screen that's going up there? I would like to run over there and talk to that. Well, I don't. If I talk to that hive now, he's going to try to sell me the lantern for a lot of money, and it's going to be a pain in the ass. But I guess I can still talk to him, and I think I can avoid buying the lantern. What did he kill? Oh, they killed some bone dogs, which is nice. I'll hit up these bone dogs for the goodies on their corpses. What character did I loot? There we go. Bard. I looted the bone dogs before with Bard. So let's try talking to this caravan. I don't think it's going to go well. I think he's going to try to sell me the lantern and not give me an option to not buy it. Man, he's moving fast. So let's, if we do this. Okay, cool. He did let me see his wares without trying to shove that down my throat. So if you did lose an arm or a leg, you can always buy one from these wandering caravans too. That is worth mentioning. The main thing I want to do is I want to sell to him. Yes, I'm in range. Okay, that's all I'm going to use him for now. And we're going to run to AdMag, and then I'm going to end this part of the video since it's already about 30 minutes long. And also because I'm looking over my shoulder at my dog who currently has to go potty. Which means I'm going to need to go AFK anyway. But it also helps not making these videos an hour long like the first one. It will require me to make more parts in general, but that's okay. There's still stuff I need to explain. Oh, more corpses. What is this? So these are the skin spiders that you can sometimes encounter in this zone. They're pretty uncommon, and they don't drop too much. And you can also see right here, there's a pack beast from the nomads. It is unconscious and dying. The nomads kind of just left it here. So what I'm going to do is enable sneak. Well, actually, first I want to save. Because I want to enable sneak and try to grab items off this body. So it doesn't have anything in his backpack, which is unfortunate. However, I can take the meat, the hides, and I can also take the backpack itself. And now I can go into AdMag. So here's AdMag. It is a Shek town, the Shek capital, actually. So is this the nomads inside? Traders Guild. Okay, it's not the nomads. However, I might be able to sell what I just stole to the Traders Guild. Oh, it is the nomads. Okay. So this is cool because I actually wanted nomads. So I'm going to buy a pack beast, which I need. Let's see. Right here. Pack beasts are important because they carry all of your crap. And they make it so you don't have to have a character to actually hold the crap. You can just use a pack beast. So, pack beast, let's see. What shall I name you? Pack mule. I know, so creative. But I don't have anything off the top of my head right now. And that is all I need, right? Yep. So pack mule. So there we go. That is technically my completed team for right now. Alrighty, so we're going to end the video here, and I will pick it up in a few minutes, starting at this exact location. But that's all for part 2. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, leave me a like because that helps me out, and I will catch you guys around shortly in part 3. See ya.